the videos that we're watching this week. Some we'll watch in class and discuss in class, and others you'll be watching at home. So next week we should have the Taking Control of Your Future presentation, and also the group that's handling the book by one of our local authors. Good advice. He did come here, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, and had a chance to listen to him. He's very, very energetic and very good ideas. I hate to disappoint you, but we're not going to have a quiz today. And in fact, maybe because of the next week, this week and probably next week, we will have the quiz outside of class, just because we have so little time in class with the student presentations. And please be ready with your presentations, and so we don't have waste a lot of time getting you set up. And as I said, remember, we're going to be using my computer. Make sure, send me the PowerPoint in advance so we have it. I can have it up and ready to run, and we can go immediately into it, and so forth. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the art of innovation. I'm going to spend quite a bit of emphasis on some of the Silicon Valley people. Guy Kawasaki was an associate of Steve Jobs at Apple. Actually worked for him twice, worked for him in the startup phase, and then later came back again, as Steve Jobs did himself, I guess. Steve Jobs also, not willingly, but he was basically fired by Apple and then came back and saved the company. Marc Andreessen was the developer of one of the first web browsers called Netscape. You guys are too young to remember Netscape probably, but I still use it. Was quite functional. Somehow it now is owned by a nonprofit organization, and they changed the name to SeaMonkey. And I still use it because one thing that SeaMonkey has, and Netscape did before, is it had its own web developer. What you see is what you get, web developer built into the browser. And so I still use it with a lot of my website development. And then anyway, Marc Andreessen, he actually started two what they call IPOs. An IPO is a company that goes public, and thus they make a lot of money by selling stock to public investors. And so he actually started two different companies in the early years of the web, the digital age, I guess you could say. I think they were both primarily in the 1990s. I think maybe the second one was overlapping into the 2000s. But anyway, then he had lots of money, so he is now a primary investor in Silicon Valley. So he has investments in a lot of different companies. And his partner in the investment firm is Ben Horowitz, and he also started at least one big company that sold to a bigger company for a lot of money. So anyway, they have a lot of good information, good ideas. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with two videos by Guy Kawasaki, and hope that we have we have time to talk about those, and I may then go ahead and let you watch the other three videos on your own, and then go ahead and maybe include those in. I haven't decided. I'll think about it while I'm talking as to when we'll have the quiz, and whether. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Okay, so again, I already told you about Kawasaki. He's a good speaker, a lot of good ideas. You're going to see. I'll just kind of preview it a little bit. I have in the slide in my PowerPoint I think 10 ideas that 10 things he learned from. Is there 10 there? Maybe more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 10 things he learned from Steve Jobs. And so he'll go through those. It's pretty easy. So you can probably, the main thing in preparing for the quiz would be to understand what he's talking about. And I actually think okay, I did change the slide. I'm just going to review these real quickly. Make meaning, not money. That's fairly self-evident that you need to feel like you have a purpose to be successful in business and have a passion for it. And so your passion comes from purpose. Why are you doing what you're doing? He has an interesting idea about, he kind of is the anti-Covey as far as mission statements go. Covey, if you recall, thought that everybody should have a mission statement. What's their life all about? What's their company all about? And it's really not inconsistent totally with what Kawasaki says, but Kawasaki says what you really need to do to be effective is come up with a mantra, like just a 3 or 4 word abbreviated form. What are you all about in just 3 or 4 words? That's much more marketable, much more purposeful than having a long mission statement, he says. So he's kind of anti-mission statement. Not sure that they, like I said, not sure they're inconsistent. This fourth one I misheard, and it took me a while to understand what he tries to use some wordplay here. So you're familiar with the term roll the dice. Well, he says roll the dicey. The idea there is as you do things, do kind of be cutting edge and be, as he says here in parentheses, be multidimensional, intelligent, complete, empowering, elegant. Just give your product some pizzazz, if you would. So in that sense, being dicey kind of means that. Don't worry, be crappy. Patterned after the song, don't worry, be happy. And what he's saying is basically what Christensen says, in that most disruptive innovation starts off not very good. Cheap and not very good. Cheap and, as he would say, crappy. And he admitted that even with a company that has based its reputation on being of high quality, there are times where you just have to hit the market. And so their original computers were for children, basically. They just hit the market. And then they made them better and better over a period of time. Let 100 flowers blossom. The idea of that is just once you get going, then kind of like let it go and let people kind of guide you. Let other people get involved with the project. So in this case, he said that their company was saved by a different company. I was one of the first users of what they call desktop publishing. The desktop publishing is how you create publications in digital format before you actually print them. Even if you're going to print them, you create them on the computer first. And a daily newspaper I worked for became one of the first newspapers in the world to go total digital. And I, meanwhile, learned desktop publishing about that same time. One of the first, I probably may have offered the first college course in desktop publishing. And one of those that I used and taught was PageMaker, which was the predecessor to InDesign. He said basically PageMaker saved them because they couldn't really compete. They weren't that much better in other stuff. When you came to spreadsheets and word processing, they did not particularly excel in those things. There was no reason to pay more money for Apple to do word processing. But when desktop publishing came along, the whole print industry turned to desktop publishing, and Apple became the star, I guess, of desktop publishing. It had more operational memory. It was just a better product for doing desktop publishing, and so he himself credits with a different company. It's owned by Adobe now. I think it was Aldus at the time, and Aldus saved Apple. talking about polarized people, that you're going to be controversial. Churn baby churn is kind of goes back to don't worry, be crappy. Is you get launched and then you just improve. And so it kind of relates to the don't worry, be crappy. Start bad and get better fast is the idea. Niche thyself is, make your product both unique and valuable. It has kind of a chart. Maybe I won't show that video. I'll let you watch that one since I'm telling you everything. But that if there's some companies or some products anyway that are unique but not valuable. That's not good to go in the market with something that's unique and not valuable. On the other hand, to go out in the market with something valuable but not uniquely valuable, also isn't a good way to go to the market. And some things that go to the market are neither unique nor valuable, and that's the worst case scenario. So the best case is to look for a product or service that is both unique and valuable. That's what you want to hit the market with. So I don't know about niche yourself. That again, he's trying to be cute with words. I'm not sure if I'm not sure it's a niche to be both valuable and unique, but whatever. And perfect your pitch. You have to be able to pitch what you have. Pitch it, perhaps with getting a company to support you, to get investors to support you, certainly getting the public to support you. That's all, learning to define, or refine your pitch. So I'm going to let you watch that video on your own. Marc Andreessen, as I mentioned, was an earlier investment, an earlier guru in the digital age. He also has 10 ideas, and this one we may watch. These ones are not particularly hard to understand, so I don't need to define these, but you do see them on the picture, so that helps you know what he's talking about. Let me just go down. I'm going to go through here, and then I'm probably going to go out of PowerPoint and watch some videos and talk about the videos. His partner, Ben Horowitz, also has his 10 ideas. Their 10 ideas don't always mix. They sometimes argue with each other. But they, like I say, are a very, very important part of Silicon Valley. Kawasaki has another video besides the one I was talking about before, and that one we may get to, it may not. So I think we will go back and hit try to watch one video of Andreessen and one of Horowitz's partner, and we'll talk about those. So.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, my group members and I are going to present Chapter 9. It's about the social world of college. It's important for us to know about this topic because it's related to our position now as a student in Xiamen University. My name is Hao Yan Yi, and I'm going to share about the importance of understanding why social interaction is an important part of the college experience. Probably in the first year, new college student may not immediately realize that they have entered a whole new world at college. The way to deal with the social aspect and diversity of the college world has a large impact on your academic success. We can also gain some insight into the value of getting along with the wide variety of people you encounter on campus. In Objective 9.1, getting along with others, when you get along with someone, you are friendly or cooperative with them. It means that you will have a good relationship with the person and proceed to live together with him or her. To get into this point, the next part I'm going to talk about is the benefit of social interactions with a variety of people in the college environment. We can recognize the value of social interaction. College offers us the opportunity to meet many people you would likely not to meet otherwise in life. So this opportunity gains a number of benefits. For example, a growing understanding of diverse of other people, a heightened sense of your own identity, emotional comfort from friendship with someone who understands you. The next one is making new friends. In college, we will meet different kinds of people and develop relationship with them. So here are the points. Keep all doors open for meeting new people. Be open in your interests. Don't try to get involved in everything going on around you. Let others see who you really are. So communication skill is the main part of all social interaction. Communication with others have a huge effect on our life. So here are some guidelines for how to listen and speak effectively. The first one is talk less to listen more. Be honest, don't be critical. Avoid sarcasm and irony unless you know the person well. Choose your conversation wisely. So this is the end of my of my speech. So I will pass my mic to my teammate to continue the speech.
Thank you, Yeli. I'm Cindy. Now I'm going to discuss about online social networking. Most college students will know social media apps such as Facebook, Blogger, Twitter. Based on the study shows that over 90% of college students will use Facebook, although the students from China will also create their own Facebook account. Those social media apps can let us easily stay connected with friends. I will often use those apps to keep in touch with friends that studying abroad. Facebook provides user with increased social capital, which is collecting data through one's relationship with people. The user will gain information, knowledge, opportunity about others. Social capital is also associated with self-esteem and general happiness. From above shows that interaction on Facebook strengthens personal relationship rather than detracting from them. Next, I'm going to discuss about balance schoolwork and social life. As a matter of fact, college students don't have enough time to do everything we want. The numerous social opportunity of college become a distraction. It costs students less attention on their studies and their academic performance will drop. This will greatly affect those students that receive scholarship. And here is some tips to help us to balance our schoolwork and social life. Keep working on your time management skill. Keep working on your study skill. Keep your social life from affecting your studying. And the last one is get help if you need it. Next, I'm going to talk about overcoming difficulties and resolving conflict. To resolve a conflict, all people that involved must have the right attitude. Here are some ways to let us overcoming and resolving conflict. Respect the optional and behavior of others. Be open-minded, calm down, and listen to others. The last one is find a solution that will satisfy both of you. Next will be roommate issue. Everyone here will have roommate. To solve the roommate issue, we can predict problems before they happen. Deal with problems promptly, be patient, flexible, and willing to compromise. Be warm, use humor, and be sensitive. The last point is get out more. It will help you to spend more time elsewhere. And my last point is dealing with harassment. When you meet the situation of harassment, you can tell the person to stop the behavior. And you can document the ongoing harassment. Keep note of all the details. Tell to someone that you trust of the situation. Report the harassment to the appropriate college authority. And the last point is if you are not sure to which to go, you can go to the Dean of Students first. Now I pass the mic to Soldier.
Hi everyone, my name is Wong Xiaozhe and today I'm going to talk about living with diversity. So, what diversity really means? It is the difference among people may involve where a person was born and raised, like family, cultural groups, and belief. Diversity is defined in primarily cultural, such as shared belief and behavior, biological such as race, age, gender, and personal terms such as sexual orientation and religion. Individuals are different to other individual, and people can learn things from people. So this is the important reason that the college admission department seek diversity in student body. There is various aspects of diversity. First, diversity of races. It is what we generally think of biological difference, and it is defined by skin color. Next, diversity of ethnicity. It is a group of people who share a common identity and perceived cultural heritage. Diversity of cultural background. It is a group of people who share the same characteristics such as language, behavior, and belief. Diversity of religion also shape different behaviors and thoughts. Next, diversity of ages. People with different ages often have different ideas. In college, older students often have broader life experience, and they will bring different attitudes and behavior. Diversity of sexual orientation. Nowadays, gays and lesbian is increasing, and it helps students to overcome stereotypes. Diversity of gender role. Changing roles have brought diverse new ideas and attitudes to college campus. Next, diversity of political view. People with different political views also will have different ideas and behavior. Diversity of physical ability. People often have different talent and physical ability. Diversity of extracurricular abilities. Students often have different clubs and activity. It will help students to enrich their college experience. Diversity of education background. Different education background also will shape different thinking and ideas. Diversity of geography. People come from different places will also have different behavior. Lastly, diversity of social economic background. People are often influenced by how they grow up. And now I will pass my mic to the next speaker.
Thank you, Sauza. And my name is Joyan, and I will talk about the benefit of diversity. The first benefit of diversity is experiencing diversity, and college prepares students for the diversity. They will encounter the rest with their life. In college, students can learn to understand and accept people. For example, the people we meet in the future are usually come from different backgrounds. So we need to accept and adapt it since we are in the college. Then the second benefit is students learn better in a diverse educational setting. In college, students can encourage new values and behaviors, think deeper and more creative. Example, in college, they are more active about thinking process and develop more academic skill. Then the third benefit is attention to diversity leads a broader range of teaching methods, which benefit the learning process for a student. In college, there are new teaching techniques. College can solve the problem of all student experience and background they are not same. They can find out what they are really talented at. The fourth benefit is experiencing diversity on campus is beneficial for both minority and majority students. In college, students can gain more from diversity because they are more fulfilling social relationship, more satisfaction, and improvement with their college experience. Then the fifth benefit is diversity experience help break the pattern of segregation and prejudice that have characterized the American history. Because getting to know who are different, the first step is accepting those different. And the sixth benefit is students of traditional college age are in an ideal age of development for forming healthy attitudes about diversity. It's time of growth. We know that younger students cannot fully understand and accept the difference from others. Therefore, while in college, they can learn from it. Then the seventh benefit is experiencing diversity make us all better citizens in our democracy. In college, students can better understand ideas and perspectives of others. Lastly, the benefit of diversity is diversity and change self-awareness. Students in college can gain insight to life experience and value. And now I will pass the mic to my teammate.
Thank you, Zoyan. So now I'm going to talk about 9.3 campus group. So from this part, we can learn to understand benefits of joining organized groups and participating in campus activities, identify how participation in organized activities can promote multiculturalism and a better understanding of diversity. And third is list several ways you can learn about groups and activities on your own campus. So I'm going to talk about objective 1, understand benefits of joining organized groups and participating in campus activities. So why should we be pursuing an active campus life? The first one is speed your transition into your new life. This is being said because most students are new students, slow on building a new life. So by joining organized groups and participating in campus activities will help broadening your social contacts and experience that could share your interests. Moreover, it helps experience a much greater variety of social life. If students keep following the flow, they will not actively reach out, less likely to meet and interact with others from the broader diversity. While the advantage from this will help students to learn and gain more experience and can apply in the future. Third is about gaining new skills, such as technical skills, physical skills, intellectual skills, or social skills. As we know, people like to see well-rounded students with range of proficiencies and experiences. And students who manage to do that may help into your resume look better when applying jobs, scholarships, or other future educational opportunity. So, and last, having an active campus life is a fun and great way to relieve stress and stay healthy. It is being said because exercise, discusses, and physical activity are essential for health and well-being. As we know, college students often feel stressful with their studies, while organizers or joining activities offer a good way to keep moving. So I will now pass the mic to Yongzhen to continue the speech.
Thanks, Richard. Hi guys, my name is Yongzhen. You can call me Gary. Now I'm going to talk about how participation in organized activity helps to promote multiculturalism and also help us better understanding diversity. First, by joining, let's talk about the definition of multiculturalism. Multiculturalism is an attitude that respects the ideas of the feeling, behaviors, and also the experience of the others, which is different from us. Therefore, by joining the organized activity in school, it give us the opportunity to us to have a chance to learn from different background or ethnic of people, which is promote the multiculturalism. Second, by working with different kind of people, we will have learned to respect the perspective something we are doing together, and because we tend to have different kind of opinions due to we grew up in a different environment and background. However, they also have some disadvantage of joining too many activities, of course. First, we will get frustrated easily and also tiredness. It's because when the college life is out of our control, we will tend to have stress and also even depression. Second, we will face time management problems. When we join too many activities, we can't balance our social and study life, which it means that we don't have the time to spend on our study, which is a very serious problem we have to take care of. Next, there's some guideline for you all how to maintain your study and social life better. First, do not join too many activities, not over 3 especially. Well, this depends on your capability and also your time management skill. If you realize that you don't have the time to spend on your study, it means that you overjoin too many activities. Second, work on your time management skill. Just plan what you want to do every single day and work on it one by one. It avoids the duplicate work happen and also increase our effectiveness. Third, Do not afraid to say no. When your workload is already heavy, just don't say yes to everything. Don't be shy or embarrassed to your friend that reject their invitation because it will make your life harder. And the last will be seek for help. When you can't solve the problem by yourself, just go seek for help. Ask your friends, ask your parents, ask your advisor. They will help us get back on track more easily. Now I'll pass back to Daniel to talk about the XMUM life. Please.
So meanwhile in Xiamen University, Malaysia, there are plenty of activities and clubs for students to participate. So in every long semester, clubs and societies recruitment will be held to provide a way for freshmen to get known of activities available in our campus. Secondly, we also can see that there are many notices at our dorms lobby that is promoting different activities that students could take part in. So now we are going to have a quick revision session, so I will pass it to Yanni.
So this is the Q&A section. The first question is, which are not the benefit of social interaction with a variety of people in the college environment? Is there any answer? Okay, the answer is D.
The second question is, how do we overcome challenge and resolve disagreement? Could someone answer this question? I have mentioned the point in my speech. I heard someone answer. Yes, the answer is A.
Question number 3, what does diversity means? Does anyone know the answer? Yes, the answer is boy. Difference among people may involve where a person was born and raised.
Then the fourth question is, which are not the benefit of diversity? Someone know the answer? Yes, the answer is C. Loss of cultural identity.
So the fifth question is, what is the benefit of joining organized groups and activities? So is there any answer? Okay, so the answer is C. Speed your transition into a new life, help students experience a much greater variety of social life, and fun and a great way to release stress and stay healthy.
The last question will be, what is the way to balance your social and school life? Is there any answer? Okay, the answer will be all of the above, which is I just mentioned. So now I will just do a really briefly conclusion. Our group thinks that college life isn't something really hard. Just we have to maintain our social and school life better. Therefore, it is a great experience to help us to go into a real world. Thank you.
A very good afternoon to Professor and everyone. My name is King and these are my team members. Zhang, Xinrou, Bangjing, and also Jiabei. So our topic is, the topic that we have chosen is taking control of your health. So we know that wellness is very important for us, and we know that health is more than just avoiding disease, and wellness involves feeling good in every aspect, in your mind and in your spiritualities, and also as well as in your body. So good health habits also offer some benefits for us in your college studies, like enhance your memories and also more energy, better ability in focus in your classes, and so on. And these chapters examines like a wide range of topics like, for instance, nutrition, exercise, sleep, emotional health, and etc. And they are linked together to one of the biggest problems that students faces in today, that is stress. So let us see. And also this chapter is going to show you how to manage your stress level and stay in the healthy stage by consume like good nutrition, exercise, better sleep, and also etc. So first, nutrition. So why good nutrition is very important for us. So your food choices each day will affect your health in nowadays, in tomorrow, and also in futures. So combined with physical activities, with diets can help you to reach and maintain a healthy weight to reduce your risk of chronic disease. For instance, like heart disease, cancers, and they'll promote your overall health and reduce the stress levels. So moving on, the symptoms like symptoms of nutritional deficiencies. So this may cause you have a disease like fatigue, stress, dizziness, depression, and also insomnia. And these symptoms are the body's way to communicate things, potentials, vitamins, and also mineral deficiencies. So moving on to the next part. Actually, food is vitamins, so don't consume the vitamins at the pharmacies. So as this code says, let food be beside medicines and let medicine be beside foods. And I'm going to use these ideas, the rainbow diets, by this idea is came up with the Dr. Diana Minich. And what is rainbow diets? It created by a nutritionist, Dr. Diana Minich. And this rainbow diet is a colorful, intelligent, and intuitive system for putting together your eating and also living in a holistic way that bring you to vitality, energy, and also peace of mind. And you may ask, why are fruits and vegetables have so many colors? And each of the colors in fruits and also in vegetable is caused by a specific phytonutrients. And this is very natural chemicals. It helps to prevent like harm rays and also germs and also bugs. And this color indicates an abundance of specific nutrition for us. So it's very good for our health. And why rainbow diets? Because we know that there's no one food that can consume all the vitamins. Like we cannot consume like vitamin A, B, C, and also vitamin K from one food. So that's the reason we need to have a rainbow diet. And by choosing the variety of the color in the diet preferables and each meal, we all can be sure to enjoy a rich and also various spectrum of nutrition. So moving on is the picture that shows that each of color that help for our lives. Like white color is for immunity support, and yellow is for beauty, and purple is for longevity, and green color is for detoxifications. And next one is the picture also shows each color the benefits of the anti properties. Like for red color that has vitamin A and also vitamin C is very good for anti-aging, antivirus, and they can reduce the risk of cancer and also decrease our inflammations. So green color is have vitamin K, vitamin B for enhance the liver functions, lower blood pressure. Orange color, vitamin C, A, B is very good for anti-aging, antivirus, and also boost for our immune system and also for our collagens. For formulation information is anti-aging. So purple color has vitamin B for anti-aging, protect the cells from damages. So for white color has vitamin C, KB, can lower the cholesterol and reduce the heart disease. So now I'll pass it to the next presenter.
Thank you. Good morning to Professor and everyone. My name is Liu Zheyong. Now I'm going to proceed activity and exercise. This subtopic contains 4 parts. The first part is, does exercise really matter? And the second is, how much and what kind of exercise do we need? Next is, enjoy it. And last is, compute activity can help. Now let me introduce the first part. Does exercise really matter to you? Many people may ask, does exercise really help for us? And many people may think that exercise is a waste of time. But what I want to bring out is, it is necessary for us to exercise, and it doesn't take much time at all. Studies show that there are 2 aspects of benefits, physical benefits and mental benefits that exercise can bring to us. As you can see, in terms of physical benefits, exercise can bring us improved fitness for the whole body, greater cardiovascular fitness, and reduce disease risk, increase physical endurance, and so on. And above
And about mental benefits, exercise can bring us stress reduction, improve mood with less anxiety, better sleep, and feeling better about oneself. There still have a lot of benefits, so it is important for us to exercise regularly. And the second part is how much and what kind of exercise we need. In my opinion, it really depends on the individual. Everybody is different, but basically for health and stress reducing benefits, we need at least 3 days a week for at least 20 or 30 minutes at a time. But if you really enjoy exercise and are motivated, you can exercise as often as 6 days a week, but take at least 1 day of rest. And there are lots of exercise we can do, generally like swimming, running, playing basketball, football, as the pictures show. You can choose whatever you want to exercise. Next part is enjoy exercise. How to enjoy the exercise. It is more difficult than just exercise. As followed, you can find the type of exercise or activity you enjoy. You can do whatever you need to make your chosen activity enjoyable as well. And exercise with a friend seems like a good choice. Girlfriend may be better. And you can also use exercise equipment for bonus. And last part is campus activity can help. Our university is really a wonderful place. There are so many places, like swimming pool, gym, playground, basketball court, and others we can use to exercise. What's more, there have many activities in the sport meet every year. If you can make a full use of this convenience, there is no doubt that you will be a better people, be a healthier people. That's all. Thank you. Now I will pass the time to Tina.
Hi everyone, I'm Singro. Now I'm going to discuss about the sleep. How sleep can help us in order to succeed. Why enough sleep is very important. The first one, it can improve our memory and learning abilities. And it can give you more energy so that you can more concentrate in studying and will not easily fall asleep. Second, getting enough sleep will also strengthen your immune system and you are not easily to get sick. Third, it can promote the awareness of body, mind, and spirit. And the next slide shows that the consequences of poor sleep. The first one, poor sleep will affect our mental health and we'll always feel stressed, anxious, and depression. Brain researchers warn that lack of sleep may increase the risk of Alzheimer's. Second, having not enough sleep will cause sleepiness and make us difficult to pay attention in class, and then will become less productivity. Third, poor sleep will weaken our immune system and make us easy to catch cold. And the last four, if you're driving without enough sleeping, it will increase the risk of accidents. Lastly, if not enough sleep for a long time will contribute to a weight gain. So after we understand all of the benefit and the disadvantage of not having enough sleep is not good for make us towards succeed. So that having enough sleep is very important in a way to help us succeed. So how much sleep do we really need a day? Most people need 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. In other words, we should have at least 7 hours of sleep a day. But as I know, most of the students did not even have enough 7 hours of sleep. And some of them say that they face insomnia, and here got some tips that can help them to overcome this problem. First, avoid caffeine before bed. We should not drink coffee that will keep us always awake. Second, avoid alcohol before bedtime. Third, try to get to bed and wake up at the same time every day. It can make your body like a routine. Fourth, make sure the environment is suitable to sleep. It should be dark, quiet, cold, and comfortable. Finally, taking hot bath, listening to soothing music, and reading will also help us for a better sleep. And now I'm passed to the next presenter.
Thank you, Singro. So now I'm going to talk about 10.5 subtopic stress. What causes stress? It can be expressed as two kinds of stress. Exciting, positive things always cause a type of stress. Falling in love, getting an unexpected sum of money, all of these these are the positive things that affect the body and mind in ways similar to negative stress. So you can't help thinking about it. You may lose your appetite and lie awake at night, and your routine life may be momentarily disrupted. But the kind of stress that cause most trouble result from negative stressor life event that usually cause significant stress, including the following: serious illness, losing a job, unwanted pregnant, money concern, conflict with a roommate, someone at work, or family members. So, what's wrong with stress? Physically, stress prepares us for actions, the classic fight or flight reactions when confronted with a danger. Our heart is pumping fast, and we are breathing faster to supply the muscle with energy to fight. Many physical effects in the body prepare us for whatever actions we may need to survey a threat. But what about non-physical stressor, like worry about grades? Imagine what life would feel like if you never had worried, never feel any stress at all, if you never worried about grades or doing well on a test. Obviously, stress can be a good thing when it motivates us to do something, whatever, study, work, resolving a conflict with another, and so on. So it is not stress itself that negative is. It is unresolved or persistent stress that starts with the unhealthy effect. So chronic long-term stress is associated with many physical changes and illnesses, while acute intense short-term stress also affect our mind and emotional. So such as poor memory, concentrate, difficult thinking clearly, more frequent negative emotion like depressions, and a general negative outlook of life, rather difficult dealing with others because of anger. No wonder we view stress as such negative things. As much we have like to eliminate all stressor, however, it just can't happen. Too many things in real life cause stress and always will. So human will have reactions on unhealthy response to stress, like drinking alcohol, drinking a lot of coffee, insomnia, eating too much or too little, smoking, having argument with others, sitting around depressed, watching television, surfing the web all day long. Yet there is a bright side. There are a lot of very positive way to cope with stress that will also improve your health and make it easier to concentrate on your study and make you a happier person overall. So first, pay attention to, rather than ignore things that cause you stress, and change what you can. So break all habits involving caffeine, alcohol, and other substances, then explore new activity and hobbies that you may enjoy, like get regular exercise and enough sleep. So evaluate your priority, work on managing your time, and schedule restful activity in your daily life. Know when to say no to the distractions. Focus on one thing at a time. Remember your long range goal and don't observe
over short-term difficulties and get help if you're having a hard time coping with emotional stress. So now I will pass to Jiabei. Thank you. So now I'll be talking about the emotional health. So basically, emotional health is also an important part of our overall health. People who are emotionally healthy, they normally can control their thoughts, feelings, and also behaviors. So according to World Health Organization, 1 in 4 people in the world will be affected by mental or neurological disorders at some point in their lives. So our emotional health is just as important as our physical health and maybe more so. Being emotionally healthy doesn't mean that you are happy all the time. It means that you are aware of your emotions and you can deal with them, whether they are positive or negative. Emotionally healthy people, they still feel stress, anger, and also sadness, but they know how to manage their negative feelings. They can tell when a problem is more than they can handle on their own, and they know how to seek help from doctor. Okay, so talking about anxiety, anxiety is typically result from stress. But if an anxiety disrupts your focus and makes you freeze up rather than take action, then it may become problematic. And anxiety can become very excessive and lead to a dread of everyday situations. So these are 5 types of more serious anxiety, and if they go beyond the normal anxiety, it will be very serious. So the first one is generalized anxiety disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, also known as OCD, panic disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, and also social phobia. So if any of you feel that your anxiety is like any of this, you should have seek for a healthcare provider. Okay. For loneliness, it is a normal feeling that most of us will experience at some time that involves that not feeling connected with others. So one person may need only one friend not to feel lonely, but others may need to feel more connected with a group. There's no set of pattern for feeling lonely. While for depression, depression may be a mild sadness resulting from specific circumstances or be intense feelings or hopelessness and also helplessness. So what can make you feel depressed? Maybe feeling overwhelmed by pressures to study, to work or meet other obligations, or not having enough time or financial support to do things that you want to do, and experiencing problems in relationship, friendship, or work situation. Okay, so or maybe feeling overweight, unhealthy, or not in control of oneself. You may also feeling that your new life as a student lacks of some positive dimensions of your former life. You might also feel depressed when you have not enough excitement in your life. So these followings are the symptoms of depression. First, thoughts of death or suicide, aches and pains, overeating and weight gain, lack of appetite, poor memory, concentration, and decision making. You may have also experienced insomnia or lack of sleep, fatigue or lack of energy, anger and irritability. You have no pleasure in any activities and feeling excessively guilty, feeling you're worthless, and you feel hopeless and helpless or feeling sad and empty. So how can we deal with emotional problems? First, these are some suggestions. Accept that most emotions can't be directly controlled, but the things you do, such as getting exercise, using a relaxation technique, try the various stress reduction methods, may help you to deal with emotional problems. Or you can try to connect with others. Your emotional state is less likely to change when you keep yourself and still over the feeling. You can also try to develop your empathy for others because empathy involves recognizing the emotions that others are feeling. And also, we suggest to be honest in your relationships. You should not try to hide your feelings because if you try to hide your feelings, the other person will know something is wrong and may react the wrong way. So that's all for my part, and here comes the questions for our topic. First, which of the followings you should not do before going to bed in order to get a good night's sleep?
First, drink water. B, drink wine. C, listen to the music. So let us to give you guys a summary. So which
which is the answer? Bravo. Okay. So second, what health problems may not result from obesity? A, underweight. B, diabetes. C, heart disease.
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay. So the last one, how many hours of sleep do you think you ideally need? Brilliant. Okay. So now I'll make a conclusion for you guys. So actually this we need to pay attention to our health. I believe that a lot of people have already realized that these 2 months, a lot of celebrities already passed away due to heart disease, depressions. Three people in Malaysia dead because of depression, 2 in Korea, and 2 people dead because of heart disease, 1 in Taiwanese. I believe a lot of people knew this news, and also 1 in the in UK, a Michelin chef. So pay more attention to your health. If not, there's no way to success because you already dead. There's no chance to you to success. So that's all for our presentations. Hope you all will like it. Okay, thank you.